Last week, Bitcoin Twitter was on fire after Elon Musk posted numerous tweets supporting Doge, causing another upward blast of momentum just after Reddit group Wall Street Bets caused its own buzz about the meme cryptocurrency. On this episode of Off Script, we're going to take a look at what I think was one of this week's most important and objective tweet threads concerning Dogecoin. I'm Nate Martin, and we're going off script. Even on Kim's and my most recent mini vacation with a couple of friends, I couldn't evade the questions that always follow me about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. My friend had bought about $20 worth of Doge on Robinhood and asked me about anything I might know about it. Now, I do not give any advice about any assets, but I tried to find some relevant information to pass along that would be objective and useful, trying to avoid the noise and the tribalism that goes with pretty much any coin that's out there right now. Finally, last Friday, I stumbled on a thread by a Lucas Nuzzi, Network Data Project Manager at Coinmetrics, and after reading the thread, I immediately texted my friend the link. In fact, I thought it so important that I asked Mr. Nuzzi if I could sort of retweet it by way of this video, so more people have a chance to hear what he had to say. So, let's get started. Mr. Nuzzi begins his tweet by saying this: "It's time to have a conversation about Dogecoin. If you're invested in Doge after Elon Musk's much endorsement, such wow, there are a couple of things that you should know." He goes on to say, first, let's talk about network security, and he's going to try and keep it simple. Unlike Bitcoin and Ethereum, or really any other major network, Dogecoin doesn't have its own miners. It currently relies on another network, Litecoin, to survive. So how'd this happen, and what does it mean? Gives the background by saying back in 2014, Dogecoin was at a tough spot. There weren't enough miners working on Doge, and there was a real risk that its network would be attacked. Now, a network attack like a 51% attack would likely destroy Dogecoin, so its developers had to do something. And their solution was to adopt something called Auxiliary Proof of Work, or AUX, POW. And it's a way to merge Dogecoin mining with other similar networks. Now, put simply, AUX POW enables miners to work on multiple coins at the same time by reusing the same work. See, back then it was somewhat of a controversial solution. Some users were concerned that AUX POW would put the future of Doge at the mercy of bigger miners. And while the change probably saved Dogecoin, the concern was valid because about 95% of all Dogecoin mining today is done by Litecoin miners. Now, this dependence carries some nasty security implications when Doge has a market cap of nearly $10 billion US. You see, when AUX POW was adopted, not a lot of value was being settled on Dogecoin. But in the month of January alone, Dogecoin settled the equivalent of over $8 billion US. So you see, the thing about AUX POW is that it's a double-edged sword. While it protects both Litecoin and Doge with the same work, it also makes it easier and a lot cheaper for an attacker to simultaneously take over both networks. Consider this. The price of Doge is up 1,200% year to date, while its hash rate, which is a proxy for network security, grew at a meek 15% year to date. Now, this ratio, coupled with the existence of AUX POW, makes a 51% attack on Litecoin, and by extension Doge, incredibly attractive since it would carry a high return on investment. He goes on to give an example. How could this go down? Well, here's a hypothetical attack. First, the attacker would buy large quantities of Dogecoin and Litecoin, and then he would deposit all of it at a major exchange. Trade that Doge and Litecoin for BTC. Take that BTC you just traded for and withdraw it. Then, once you've done that, you go back and issue a 51% attack on LTC that makes it so that the deposit, step 2, never happened. So now the attacker not only has the BTC that he took off the exchange, by making the deposit disappear, he still has the Doge and the Litecoin that he bought, effectively doubling his money. It's unfortunate, he goes on, but Doge and Litecoin will have to endure a dangerous period until more miners join in and make this attack harder to pull off. Although it's now 136% more profitable to merge mine Litecoin and Doge, it'll take time for more miners to set up farms and to bootstrap operations. So, what can be done? The best thing to do is increase the number of transaction confirmations when receiving Litecoin or Doge. The 20 confirmations that exchanges and users are currently relying on, yeah, that's not enough. A full day is what Mr. Nuzzi personally requires. That puts a $2 million US dollar cost floor on the attacks. So, does this only affect crypto exchanges? No. See, exchanges are the primary targets, but if you received a Litecoin or Doge withdrawal transaction from an exchange who was subsequently targeted, your withdrawal might disappear after the attack. So, let's talk about maturity. Is this the only problem that affects Dogecoin? No. Such no, he says. Much no. Dogecoin is a fork of Litecoin, which hasn't seen much development in the past 4 years. You see, networks like Bitcoin, they have evolved and they've matured, while Dogecoin remained stagnant. At Coinmetrics, they run 3 Dogecoin nodes, and they can see that they're struggling to support all of the activity. And as of now, they're all on different heights and taking time to catch up to the tip of the chain. He finishes by saying this lack of maturity and seriousness is fun. Yeah, it's part of the meme, but if a $10 billion market cap Dogecoin is your stepping stone into crypto, you have to be careful. Don't put your life savings into a meme. None of what I say on this episode should be misconstrued as financial advice. I am not a financial planner, and I don't pretend to be one. All I wanted to do was give some objective information by a credible source so that you can take it and weigh it in your financial and investment decision making. Another big thank you to Lucas Nuzzi from Coinmetrics for allowing me to video retweet his tweet thread from Friday, February 12th. Hey, if you found this information helpful, then consider letting me know in the comments section. And if you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will try to produce more information like this in future episodes. My name's Nate Martin, and I look forward to seeing you again.